And good morning, people. Welcome back to Dragon Quest XI. We're on the third trial, the trial of the Luminary. Drustan has thoroughly tested us. This time we were going through a copy of Morden's Castle from Act 2. A little bit of a different route, different enemies, different items, but still the test. Was that it though? Well, we won't know until we go through the portal behind us. So, let's go into the portal behind us. And yes, Erdwin's chamber. Drustan is waiting for us. In front of the statue of our predecessor. Sword of Light, his shield, and his attire. We've got pretty much everything. I could equip the shield, but honestly, it's not a bad idea. But I'm going to stick with what I've got. I've been going with it for a while. And I have been working with the Fun Size Forge, but I'm not actually going to change anything now. That's for later. Yeah, everything is exactly the same as we left it. I have created things, it's just not going to equip them yet. There's still things I want from there. We have survived the trial of the Luminary. Not exactly hard, because I didn't need to actually fight everything. Mostly just fight what I needed to fight, then work my way through, picking up all the items. We do have one last test though. To get the wish from Drustan, we have to go through it. Summon forth a mighty challenge. We need to win in 40 actions or fewer. And this is not one of the Spectral Sentinels. This is sheer decadence and all-consuming greed. This is two of them. They did say that the trials are ramping up. How about two Spectral Sentinels at once? Or technically they're personifications of the Luminary's fears. Sheer decadence, Booga pretty much has the same sort of things. Fire attacks can beguile your characters very easily. Lots of magical damage. All-consuming greed, same sort of thing on her side as well. Can turn your characters into gold, I do believe. Lots of heavy hitting attacks, doesn't take too much damage, lots of defense. All-consuming greed does have the move that can remove buffs as well, so we do need to be a bit careful with that. But we're still revamping. Honestly, Serena, you'll... Actually, yeah, we do need to get rid of that beguilement. But honestly, the best person to actually get rid of first is the all-consuming greed, because of the way that it just does a little bit more. Sheer decadence is annoying. Let's not forget that. Oh, thank you for hitting her out of it. And yeah, we're just multi-feating the all-consuming greed. That's fine. I don't really care too much about it. Yeah, sheer decadence is really just annoying. All-consuming greed is the one that's really dangerous. Veronica, you've got one thing to do before you leave.
This is the big one.
Thank you for doing that. Yep. Line up. Veronica for Sylvando.
Sylvando takes the stage.
Thank you for getting your form back. And now we can work on sheer decadence.
I'm on fire.
Anything I can do with that? Actually, does Sobering Sap remove? No, it doesn't remove dancing. So let's just grandstand.
It is I, Sylvando.
Divine Restitution? Yeah, why not?
Divine restitution.
And multi-fate. Again, you can take the MP. And yeah. Yeah, this is pretty much the essence of the fight. If you can get through sheer decadence's things and just take out the one that's actually doing the damage, which is the all-consuming greed, this fight isn't really that bad. And this fight's over. I should have won within 40. It wasn't really a quick fight though. When I did this just to check what I was picking up and what I was up against. I did it in 17. This one going to be longer. Can I do anything with those points? Could get Kazap. Could finally work my way to Omni Hill. But I'm kind of wanting Gigagash. Yeah, we're going to hold off for Gigagash. "23 actions, so 6 more than I did before. Not really surprising. I got hit by a lot more statuses, a lot of dancing, a lot of dancing in that, and the turning into gold. So yeah, 23, not too bad. We got through it. As for our single wish, looks like we can have more than one person to stay forever and ever, which didn't know about. But we could change Serena's hairstyle. We could get the Ogler's Digest. The Ogler's Digest, I believe, is an accessory that ups your pep rate. But no, this is the final try. This is a trial. This is the trial of the Luminary. Technically, after this, we can go and face the Dark One. We want to be prepared. We want a super powerful weapon. Supreme Secrets of the Sword of Light. This recipe book has only one recipe. The Supreme Sword of Light. Not the normal Sword of Light, not the Super Sword of Light that we've got. No, the Supreme Sword of Light. Some Pretty Betsy. That's a bit of a downgrade. I got a Cedar skill the last time, but I'll take the Pretty Betsy. But that isn't it for the trials. Well, it is it. We've faced all 3. However, there are still 2 Spectral Sentinels that we haven't faced, and there's still a couple of rewards we haven't picked up. Plus there's all the enemies I haven't faced in there. So yeah, there's all that to do. I'm not even certain if the trials, the Temple of Tranquility, is completely required to do the Luminaries trial. I haven't really checked. I'm just going to assume it is. But now that we've done that, and we've got the recipe for the Supreme Sword of Light, it's time to go and finish up on the overworld. You might notice I've missed out 2 particular spots which are very involved with the Sword of Light. Hotto and the Battleground. We are going to Hotto first. We've got the Forging Hammer. We picked that up from the horse races. We still need the Crucible. And we still need the rarefied orichalcum. And also to fix out some of the issues here in Hotto. Find the hidden treasure of Hotto for 3 Uber Agates of Evolution. I want these. A clue to the treasure's whereabouts can be found in the diary of a shrine maiden of old. Well, the only place we can get a shrine maiden's diary is in Miko's place. In the temple. And Miko's gone up to the mountain. I wonder how much of this is to do with Tatsunaga. Remember what we did in that particular timeline doesn't exist in this one. Fabled Sword of Kings. Weapon of legend, fit for the hands of royals, blade beyond compare. Needs one thing, orichalcum. Do I have any? I do. 22,500 gold coins for some orichalcum. Yes. And it's going to be sold in this particular shop. We sold that orichalcum for 22,500. The Sword of Kings. We want one of those. Not because it's strong. Unfortunately, we want it for something else. I am going to rest until morning though. Let's see if that puts it in the shop. We may need to complete everything here in Hotto first. Yeah, we're going to have to wait a little bit. That's perfectly fine. Let's go speak to whoever is up here at Miko's shrine. I don't think I actually have the key to the crucible. No, I do have the guiding light, but I do not have the key to actually enter the crucible. So yes, we do need to go through this. Look down upon Peak's Fire, reached by the back path. We have actually been there. So, let's go again. Off to Mount Hotto. Mount Hotto? No, Mount Huji. Let's see if we can do something about this situation. This situation is a little bit more manageable, I think. No one's been sacrificed to Tatsunaga, for instance, at this moment in time. Just Miko's over here. Mount Huji does have one more monster I need to find. Barpatos is not one of them. But we do want to go this way. Because our first protocol is going to be getting that bloodstone. Droll drones and... No, I don't really want to deal with you, Mustafa, or Barpatos. I want this over here. Chest of Hotto stuff. And that is definitely Tatsunaga down there, and looks like a person. Most likely Miko. So let's find our last enemy and go meet her. See if there's any way to save her son this time. What is the enemy that I'm missing? No loot in the area though. That's actually good to hear, because that means I can just focus on the one enemy, which looks like it's this one down here.
Let's do this.
Are those hardy hands? Well, if I had two of them, it might be a little bit better, but
Ah, freeze!
and we'll take the experience.
Wonderful.
36,000. Gets me a level 1 rab at least. Still not enough for Crackle or Kazamel though. Do I need... I don't think I need to actually use you to get anywhere, do I? To get to... Well, I took a little bit of damage there. And I didn't even see the lamplins. That's useful if I'm going to have to go up against Tatsunaga in a moment.
Here we go. It's showtime.
I can't wait!
Hey, presto. Introducing.
Oh no!
Wonderful.
Okay, so I tried Electrolyte there, since Jade got pepped up as well, and I got 3 Aegises. Which is unfortunate. Still got 12,000 experience, but wouldn't have minded the additional. Not that it's needed, but anyways. Miko and Tatsunaga. Let's see if we can do something about this. Yes, we will. No hiding it, just coming straight out and saying it. A drop of luminescence to light up the glass. Don't I have that? I do. I picked this up in Drostan's trial, the trial of the disciples trial. It was at the top of the Airy. Yeah, it was up there. So to do this particular thing, we needed to pick that up in the first trial. Huh. Okay then. Yes. We're catching her before she has any despair as well. Not having to do human sacrifices. Huh. I wonder what the timeline is like here compared to the one before. I'm pretty sure that the Act 2 Tatsunaga got corrupted by the power of Mordegon, but his range was fairly widespread and hit pretty much every corner of the world actively. Klasmos's is a little bit more passive, just more, oh, it's affecting people, it's affecting things around it. It's not really reaching out and saying, yes, you will help me. It's just sort of a passive sort of malevolence. So that might be the difference. This Act 3's Tatsunaga just isn't corrupted as much, so the hope is still there.
Look, the mirror glows. At last its power wakens. Now to see the truth. Mirror, with your light, rid us of the dragon's curse. Let my son be free! Liu!
Mother!
The drought breaks. Rain falls. Tears of joy well in my eyes. Pain washes away. How long I waited. The nights were never ending. I pined like the wolf.
Mother, I am here. The time of sorrow over. The dragon no more. Who?
They are our saviors, restorers of the mirror, heralds of the truth.
My joy knows no bounds. United with my mother, dawn breaks on Heart's hills.
We owe you a debt. We await you in the shrine. Let us give thanks there.
Gotta say, despite my initial thoughts about Act 3, and my thoughts still stand, by the way, about how greedy it is just to go back just for Veronica, we haven't done a bad job of fixing problems. Let's go and give this Hotto stuff to Iago. Because I definitely want those Uber agates of evolution. Now, is this... Yep. The Sword of Kings is available. We sold that Orichalcum for 22,500. The Sword of Kings is 35,000. So we're basically getting this sword for 12,500. Try using this as an item during battle. No, we're not actually going to be using that for that. We're just going to put it in the equipment bag. And go and see Miko and Ryu. Thousandfold Katana. Legendary blade, fast, lightning fast and razor sharp. Serve the heroes well. The katana? I'm not entirely certain who's that for. It might be for Sylvando, actually. You know what? The best thing to do is actually look in the equipment. And then lose it because you pressed the wrong button. No, it is for Eric. 8% chance of reducing enemy defense when attacking, and just straight up attack. It's okay. And Miko. The world's sacred half. Yeah, we want that crucible key. The way to the Supreme Sword of Light does not lie through the Super Sword of Light that we received in Yggdrasil. No, we need a newly forged Sword of Light. And to do that, we need the Crucible. And verified Orichalcum. So, next stop. Do I have access to it? Nope, I don't have access to it. Off to the battleground. I am a little bit surprised that the Hotto bit was that easy, but then again, considering what we needed to do to get the luminescence, which was go into Drustin's trials, it makes sense why there isn't really that much. The battleground though, we are back. There's 3 enemies I do not have, and they look all at the bottom. And I'll be very surprised if there's any items I don't already have outside of a certain couple that are behind a gate, which I actually need to go and do anyway, because Serena's quest to improve her magical mending is behind there. We haven't actually got you in our list. Okay, what are you? Malicious White Princes. Okay, that's... I'm not really too afraid of a couple of malicious white princes. Okay, so what's next? Am I just going to go down? Actually, was there a dragon rider? Yeah, well, malicious dragoneers. Okay. You look like a new one that I need as well. Malicious dragon zombie. Yeah, that's definitely one. Giga Slash. Yeah. Okay. One more enemy to find then. That's a Knight Abhorrent. And we do need to open up this campfire as a zoom spot again. Actually, is it a zoom spot? Yes, it is now. Okay, good. I don't really want to deal with the armful, so let's continue along. I wonder if our Puff lady is still here as well. Yep. We still got the Puff lady there. Red mists, we don't need to deal with them. More dragon zombies, but what I'm wanting first up is this over here. Just one piece of treasure. We'll come back to you in a second. The Way of the War Goddess. Minerva's tiaras, Minerva's arraignments. Those are definitely for Jade. Dracolite, Orichalcum, Densinium, and more Orichalcum. Excellent. Yeah, can you come back up, please? Crystosal. Time to pep myself up. And revamp ourselves. And, well, do I really need to explain what I'm going to be doing here? Wind and normal physicals. And 3 attacks per turn. Okay. Kafriz or Kafrizzle? Yeah, let's pull out all the stops. If I get an extra turn available with Serena, I am going to Doleful Dirge. So that Veronica does a little bit more damage with her skills. But at the moment, we need the healing. More here on Serena? Yeah. Abilities, Staff of Salvation on the Luminary. And we're going to get out that Doleful Dirge.
See how you like this!
Ow. And we're good. That's if it survives. It didn't. Oh well. Artful Amosite. And the Harmonic Crystal which we came here to collect. The Crystal is our last enemy as well, so we actually have everything we need here. All we need to do now is actually go down. Well, it's sort of up then down, isn't it? It's no, it's a little bit further up. Because we need to find the one that's got the... It's that one. Here it is. I'm a bit surprised that the Crystal is just a normal enemy though. I thought it would have been a boss, considering it was for a quest. But what do I know? We're here for this though. So with the rarefied orichalcum, access to the crucible, and the forging hammer, it's time to go and forge again a Sword of Light. So I will meet you there, but that will be next time. Until then, have a wonderful day, have lots of fun. Goodbye.